Hi everyone, it's Elizabeth here. So I am at the far end of the vegetarian farm, and I think today is day 7, right? So it's a rest day for me. I'm at Quinta das Aguas, if that's how I say it in Portuguese. And I guess I will just walk and talk and show you the vegetarian farm. So these two little kittens just keep following me around. It's actually so sweet. And if you can see, I know I'm going really quickly, I was taking a lot of photographs because the way the light is coming in through these trees, it's just kind of like a mystical, magical experience. It honestly really does look like a little fairy tale. So we'll just continue on. We're at the far end where it's just the all-natural part of the farm, but let's go ahead and see what we got. So today's a little rest day. Yesterday, the walk from Ponta de Lima to Ruiz is a little intense. I mean, you have like a 2-kilometer uphill climb, which is, you know, for me it's nothing, but when your bag is 20 pounds on your back, then it gets a little intense. Woo, there they go. They keep playing around. Sometimes they fight. Those Siamese cats are one of their own. They definitely have their own personality, kind of persnickety. But I would say I'm feeling pretty good today. You know, I got to sleep in a little bit. I'm a little sore. My feet don't really hurt. It's just more of kind of my upper back. And I'm so appreciative of everybody and their comments, and some private messages that people have sent me have really just, I don't know, it kind of made my day. It's like, you know, when you kind of make yourself vulnerable and put yourself out online, it's not exactly the best thing because you know, you can lose a lot of friends that way. And in America, I think a lot of times we're so overly bloody sensitive to everyone else's opinion that so many people are so extreme and cutthroat that they just, you know, automatically cut people out of their life, or like they can't talk to their parents about politics because they, you know, voted Republican. And I think that's just absolutely fucking stupid, because everybody is entitled to have their own life experience. So there are sheep that are, you know, that should be in this left area here. They must have moved somewhere further down the farm that I don't know if we'll be able to see it, but they have these 2 beautiful white horses. And you know, it's so funny. I've thought about this a lot in terms of like being enough. I actually did find a lot of peace and solitude in September for some reason. I don't know why, but I just had a lot of contentment. And the thing, I guess this common trend is like, I am enough. That is one thing I think a lot of people struggle with nowadays, and this is such a bad example, but it's like, you know what? We all are enough, and we all are good enough for for people who are not of our kind, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like, I guess when you, you know, have good education in America, it's like everybody is judging, like, oh, you could do better. And it's like, I don't really like that term, like, you can do better. It's like the only time I feel you can do better is when a partner or somebody is abusive to you in some form of way, not just physically, but like emotionally or mentally. So like, yeah, of course you can do better if someone's abusive, but honestly, if like people treat you good, and like if they're not, if they, you know, if you have a PhD and the person has a bachelor's degree, like why do you have to do more? or why can you do better from that? This is a really pretty spot, how the light is shining in on these horses. And, you know, it's like, I don't know, I'm good enough to date anybody, and anybody is good enough to date me as long as they're not a jerk. So it's kind of funny because as I thought about this, like talking with my friends, it's like, I really honestly think love and relationships is one of the biggest stressors in life. I mean, work and survival is obviously a big stressor, but in terms of today, like, I really think love and relationships is one thing that we are all kind of craving. I don't think that's abnormal. I don't think it's weird to want to be loved by somebody and to give love. I think love is the most powerful energy on the planet, and it's really common to want to give and receive love, and I just don't think that's bizarre by any means. I'm gonna walk over here. There's a garden. The two ladies that are tending the farm are they're working in the garden. Maybe I'll leave them alone. They only speak Portuguese. I can't understand them and they can't understand me, so I guess it doesn't really matter to some degree. I love these little like chickens and roosters. They're so funny. So yeah, I don't know what thoughts I have at this point in time. I had a lot this morning, but I think I lose my train of thought when I do these videos. But I think, yeah, relationships and finding love and things like that is a really big stressor in a lot of people's lives. I just don't think that's uncommon or weird or anything like that. And I know that even on this journey, sometimes we have to find our own points of self-love and self-worth a lot into our life. And you know, in my video last night, I kind of talked about how I mentally freaked out about not being able to be with the other pilgrims and kind of being all alone and by myself. Little cats. And as I'm here, I'm just like, this is really such a mystical experience. Like, I am physically alone right now, but as I learned in yoga back in 2007, you are never alone. And I might have explained this in one of the first videos that I did earlier, that spiritually you're never alone because you're always with God. And although I am alone and I can't speak much to these women who are tending the garden, I've been speaking Spanish to them and they're replying in Portuguese. Just the love that I'm getting from this nature, the light, these little cats that are following me around, I don't know, I just feel very, very fulfilled and very, I guess, I don't know, loved at the moment. I don't feel alone, although I am physically alone. This is just a really magical experience in its own. And the funny thing is, I think if you can be comfortable in your own loneliness, then that's a really good place to be. I remember hearing somebody tell me at a party a few months ago, after my friend had a child, she said, or he said, he also went through a divorce and he married again, so he was on his second marriage, but he said divorce is a time when you start, when all the learning lessons begin. And honestly, I really think about it, because there's two types of people that get divorced. You have the ones that become bitter and angry and they think it happened to them, and then they re-question marriage, and you know, it becomes very, very mundane and very egotistical and logical. Like, oh, maybe we shouldn't marry, like this is just a business contract, and da 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 da. And you know, yeah, that is right. And they seem to be stuck and don't pull themselves out of the rut. And then you have other people who are like me. I looked in the mirror and I'm like, everything I've done wrong. I looked at it, I analyzed it, and then I made decisions to change. You know, I don't think I was the only one that did anything in terms of it being wrong in my own marriage. Like, my ex-husband definitely had his own shit, so you know, I can't take all the blame for it, because it takes two to tango to make things work or not work. There are two pigs in this little pen. I don't know where they're at. We're gonna go find them. But yeah, I think if you can like look at yourself in the mirror and really admit everything you've done wrong, your shadow side, the things that you're good at, the things that you're not good at, I really think you can move on to become a better human being. It's, you know, kind of like the phoenix rising out of the ashes. You have to be able to admit your mistakes in order to learn and grow from them. And if you don't, then a lot of times you tend to get stuck in these ways. So yeah, I'm kind of going all over the place with my thoughts. Oh, there's the pig. There's 2 of them. There might be 3, but I don't know. They must be in their back pen because they were out this morning. But yeah, it's so funny. It's like, I don't know. Yesterday I was regretting coming here. I thought, oh my God, you know, I'm making such a poor decision. And now I'm like, I'm not regretting this at all. This is such a mystical fucking experience. I could just honestly hang out here for like a month and end up writing like a romance novel or something like that. It's quite spectacular, the power of nature and the power of animals. I mean, this is a vegetarian vegan farm, and so you know, obviously they are here to care for the animals and not, you know, eat them. But I think the other little guy, he's back here. Yeah, it's like, what an interesting experience. This is on the Camino. I don't think really anybody knew about it or have heard about it. And so, I don't know, I guess I kind of made the right decision, and wherever this decision may lead in the future, you know, all my friends will be moving on tomorrow, but I will continue to walk to Chewy, Spain, and then I will get, he's having a private moment there, you know, I will meet new friends. All of my friends will be ahead of me, and that's okay, because there are no rules on the Camino. You can take as long or as quick as you'd like on this experience and journey, and you can just have your own fun and write your own story. I actually kind of want to write a book about this. This is been a whirlwind of emotions here, I guess, but yeah, as I just want to show you one more part, and then I'm going to end this video because it's already long enough. But it is interesting. I just, through conversations I've had with people and everything, I really think love is the most powerful energy on this planet. It's also the biggest stressor on this planet too, because when we're with somebody, we feel fulfilled in some ways, and when we're alone, we feel empty in other ways. And the irony of all this, I just really think humans want what they don't or can't have, honestly. I know a lot of my friends who are single want to be in relationships, and then my friends who are in relationships miss being single, they miss meeting new people, and you know, it's like, that's where a lot of the Christianity piece has been very helpful for me, because it's been a very, very grounding, I don't know, form of spirituality and practice. But just past those bushes there is my little oak room hut. It's funny because in the middle of the night, I couldn't figure out what the hell all this noise was. I thought somebody was here, and here it's the acorns are falling from the oak trees and hitting the ceiling. So yeah, this is it. This is a little place. They got a couple hammocks, and looking at it through the light, honestly, there's like some butterflies here, not as many as I've seen on the Camino, but I don't know. I'm like, how powerful is this place energetically? This is something an albergue can't give you. This extreme powerful form of nature that, you know, it's like the way the moss is grown on these leaves and the light is kind of seeping in through the tree. This is it has a very deep and ancient feeling through here. So I'm going to end this video. It's already long enough. Thank you guys for listening. Speak soon. I'm probably going to do a video later. Bye.